What's up, folks? You guys ready for the live stream? I know I came in early. I never do that, right? Never. I don't think I've ever been 1 whole minute. Oh, I'm dropping stuff on my stuff already. It's good. Thank you guys for tuning in to the live stream. Thank you guys for being in the chat already. And thank you guys for tuning in. I'm excited to have Jalen on, and I'm not even gonna wait. Let's just play the intro now. You're watching Triple B TV. All right, folks. Jalen Jernigan, better known as the Real Mowgli. What's up, my friend?
Yes, sir. How you doing, my guy?
Good, dude. Let me, do you mind if I read the first message that we ever had?
Yes, bro.
You do mind?
You too. Do it. Do it.
All right. This is on Instagram. This is September 18th, 2018. Say, hey, Brian, I'm a huge fan of your work. I'm already subscribed to your main channel. I just have to say, I look up to you. You're a great role model. I love how you treat your reptiles and what you do for them. I just want to thank you for being somebody I can honestly look up to in the reptile community. It would make my day if I could get a follow back. To which I replied, I was like, you seem cool, but I only follow people back I met in person.
Never forget that. I was like, okay.
I was like, it's nothing personal. I don't know you yet. I mean, you seem cool, but I haven't. And then you were like, well, when can we meet up then? When can we make this happen? When are we going to meet? And after some time went by, like we ended up meeting up at Jay's.
Yeah, that was my first time at Jay's too. That was my first time at Jay, meeting all you guys.
And you just, the reason I've been excited to have you on, I asked you a while back if you would come on. And I know you're busy, so I appreciate you doing it.
Of course, man.
When I met you, so I was impressed with you the first time I met you. I put you in the video about you knew all the scientific names, and like you had all your stuff that you're like, point at whatever, I'm ready for it.
I showed you my book. Yeah, I showed you my book. It really took time for me to do that, and it was something I'm very passionate about. So
yeah,
I just wanted to show you that.
I think it was Varanus Salvatore, I think was the animal we
crocodile monitor.
Yep, that we talked about, and I had you on the video.
Crocodile monitor, Asian water monitor.
Yeah, and dude, you had this drive, and you had these goals that you said, like you wanted to do this and you want to do that, and it seems like you've accomplished them and more in the last few years. I mean, is that accurate?
It's very accurate. Because even like even where I'm at now, like I always told myself, I was like, I want to work with like big cats and stuff. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm going to do it. I just believed in myself. And then here I am now working with over 150 animals that I live with every day. So it's really cool. Really, really cool.
So dude, how did you go from, like, can you walk us through the process of how you went from that day where you met us at Prehistoric for that first time to where you're at now?
So pretty much when I first met you at Prehistoric Pets, at Jay's place, I was volunteering at the time at this reptile shop called Reptile Island in Rancho. But so I was doing that for my senior project. So for my senior project, we had to pick a career that we wanted to do. And since, like everybody that wants to work with, reptiles and stuff is always herpetologists. So I wanted to be a herpetologist because I love snakes. I love monitors. I love crocodiles, all that. So I was volunteering at that. I was volunteering there, and I end up getting, the manager liked me so much that she actually wanted me to work there. So I ended up working there. And from there, I started like getting my actual like hands-on with different species of monitors, snakes and stuff that I always wanted to keep as a child, but I couldn't keep because my mom and dad weren't really fond of having, snakes in the house and stuff. But anyways, so then I just start, posting on Instagram and stuff, not really knowing that I would blow up how I am now. But like, I would just post, like, cause I love educating people. I love educating people about these snakes and lizards and all that cool stuff. But I remember I did this one video with this Savannah monitor. I had to jump out the cage and I had to crawl up my leg, and it ate a mouse from my hand. And that video went viral. And then next thing I know, WorldStar hits me up and was like, hey, we want to post your video, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, duh, yeah, you can post it. And then from there, I went from like, I think at the time I was at like 8,000 followers, And then when they posted, I went from 8K to like 40K in like a day. And I was like, whoa. And then after that, I started getting connected with other people. And then that's how I got connected with the whole Myrtle Beach Safari. Me and Doc had been following each other. And then I started following like the whole crew. Aaliyah is Doc's granddaughter, me and her best friends. So she like kind of helped me out as far as like getting here too. She would talk to Doc about me because I was always super passionate about, seeing Doc with the big cats and stuff. And that's something I always wanted to do. So then one day Doc had asked me if I wanted to come out to the actual safari and see how I would like it. So I was out there for like a week and a half, and I loved it. I loved everything about it, how like they were with the animals every day. It's not like a zoo where they're there from like 9 to 5 and then, okay, the animals are left alone. Like we're there 24/7 with them just in case anything happens. Like I live on the preserve. So I'm with the animals every day. I get to see how they sleep, see how they eat when they wake up in the morning and stuff. It's really cool getting to be there during that whole like experience.
Wow. That's amazing, man. Of course I've heard of Doc. I hadn't really known too much about it. I think myself, just like probably most of the world, timing with COVID hitting, the lockdown, and then Tiger King. I think just about everybody on, at least in North America and maybe most of the world, has seen Tiger King, or at least heard about it. And so that's where I heard of Doc Antle for the first time. So that's essentially your boss, or
yes, he's my boss.
So man, all right, dude. I want to show these. I also want to show these pictures too before
let's go, man. Let's talk about it.
Too deep into that. Well, that was the picture I got up right now. I know you can't see it on the Zoom, but it's
what is it?
It's the one I used for the thumbnail. It's you and a big elephant.
Oh yeah, Bubbles.
Yes.
Big old Bub. she's 30 now. She's coming up on 40 now. Doc's had her since she was 2 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, she's his first like kid. Like that's his daughter. It's crazy the relationship that him and her have. Like you wouldn't think like this animal would be so connected to a human, but the relationship that Doc and Bubbles have, like anybody that's met Bubbles and got to like experience like just being with her can tell you like it's just crazy how she listens to him. Like it's like your own kid. That's exactly how it is with him and her.
Well, elephant's got a big old brain, yeah?
Yes, because if you look at big animals like giraffes or rhinos, they don't have big brains. Elephants are a huge animal and they have a huge brain, so they're super intelligent, which is really, like, it's crazy how intelligent she is.
Yeah, my buddy Bradley's in the chat. He brought up a great point. The relationship you'd have with an animal after 38 years, especially when it's intelligent as an elephant. Like,
yeah, like he rescued her from, she was an ivory orphan. Her parents got poached. So Doc flew her in on a 747 and the rest is history.
Wow.
He had her when he could pick her up. Like that's it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's incredible, man.
It's crazy.
So what is it like? You said you guys had just finished having dinner as a family. So what's the vibe like there? What can you tell us?
Super family oriented. Like what Tiger King didn't tell you, like over 85% of the people that actually work there is family members. Like but not a lot of people know that. But like every night we eat dinner together as a whole group. We have Doc and all them cook for us and we all eat together. And then after we're done eating, the chimpanzees come in and all eat together with them, which is really cool. They come in every night and eat. And then every Sunday we go live on Instagram and have a huge chimp dinner live.
Wow. I've not seen that. I'm going to have to tune in for that.
Yeah, you're gonna definitely. It's super cool. They eat with us. We're feeding them. It's really cool. Sometimes they try to feed themselves, but they're kind of messy with it. So that's why we feed them with the spoons. It's really cool though. Super cool.
Dude, I'm gonna have to. How far? So I know you're in Miami right now, but the facility. Yeah. Do you guys do shows? You said you did a show today, right?
So pretty much down here we just so pretty much it's a private property, but we do private encounters that people can come and do.
Gotcha. And then the rest of the year it's up in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. So we open back up like for tours and stuff in Myrtle Beach, March 6th.
And has COVID been stopping any of that, or?
In the beginning it was, but now it's all good. It's all good because we have the right precautions and stuff as far as dealing with COVID. And we have over 50 acres at the preserve, so it's the perfect amount of space. So that's really not an issue.
Dude, I'm so proud of you, dude. I can't even tell you.
Thank you, bro.
Like I
I
just
know it's crazy what a couple years, how you go from. It's just crazy what you can do in a couple years.
It is, and that's like one of the big reasons I want to have it, because I have a lot of people like say things like you did to me, like about what you wanted to do and what your goals were, and it doesn't always pan out. Like, is there anything in particular you think that would you say it was luck, or I mean, obviously you had a drive, like you definitely have drive.
Honestly, I would say I just believed in myself. When people would laugh at me and stuff, and like especially like because let's see, I'm a black kid playing with snakes and crocodiles and alligators and tigers. They're like, they don't see, like, it's just weird to them. So like, I didn't let that get to me. I just kept doing, because I knew this is what I wanted to do since I was young. I looked up to Steve Irwin. Like, I would go outside, catch snakes, lizards, and then I would come in and bring them inside. And my mom would tell me, no, you can't keep them in the house. And I would cry. Like, I would literally cry when she told me to go let it back out. I was like, but it's my pet. Like, I just loved them. So like, I just believed in myself. That's what I figured. I just figured out, like, especially through high school, because I played sports. So like I was playing basketball, and not a lot of people during my high school like career didn't know I loved animals. Like, they didn't know that's something I wanted to do, because I was playing basketball. So that's all they thought I wanted to do. But I never saw myself going to the NBA or playing in college. It was always animals that I wanted to do. So then when I finally broke out of my shell and like told people like, this is what I want to do, I want to be with animals. Like, at first people were like, how are you going to do that? Blah, blah, blah. And now if you look at me now, people are like, dang, bro, you really did it. So it's really like humbling to see like where you could start from, and then where you, like, I'm not even close to finish. Like, I just turned 21, so I'm still very young. So, I mean, I still have a far career to go into, which I'm pretty excited about.
Wait, how old did you say you just were? You just said that?
I just turned 21.
Just turned 21.
January 5th.
That's
just turned.
Well, happy belated birthday, man. That's freaking fantastic.
That was the last time I saw you too, at the Reptile Show 2019. That was the last time I saw you. I remember, that was the last time I saw you.
Was that right before you?
Pomona. I think it was Pomona.
Yeah, was that? Yeah. Oh man, Pomona.
Pomona Super Show.
It should have just happened.
Good times. Good times.
It's definitely good times, man. Oh, dude,
good times.
Look at what you've been doing, man. Look at you. This is you're freaking ripped now, man. Look, so how long ago were these pictures apart? So the first you made a picture where you had the first picture, I'm guessing, when you first started training, and then
I was at my highest I was 225.
So you
I was 225 and very unhappy with myself.
225. How tall are you? You're not that tall, are you?
I'm only 6 foot.
Okay. Oh, you're taller.
I'm only 6 foot.
You're taller. I'm pretty sure you weren't taller than me when I met you. Is that?
Nope.
No, you weren't. Okay.
I wasn't.
I was like, you must have grown. I don't remember looking up to you, because at 6 foot I would be looking up.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
That's on top of where you've come in the past few years, chasing your dream to work with animals and doing it and accomplishing it in a big way. Like, look at what you've done to yourself, man. You've been getting after it. You've gone from it's inspirational, because I'm trying to do that right now too. Like, I mean, how much better do you feel about yourself? You're like a new person.
I love it. I feel so much, like, especially like as far as confidence too. Like, I remember, like, especially like I was always like a thick kind of kid. Like, I was never like that kid that was super lean and had like, like great genetics and stuff and had a six pack or anything. Like, I never had a six pack in my life until I started actually working for it. But like I feel so much better about myself, because I know the work that I put in, and I know that it didn't take a day, it didn't take a week, it didn't take a couple months, but it literally, I just had to grind every single day. And that's what I'm still doing. Like, I'm still not like satisfied with what I look like. I know I can be better, and I know I will be better, especially by the end of the year. It's
very inspirational, man. It really is. You've been. It was so cool for me to watch you go from somebody who was looking up to me. Now I'm like, you'll always be a kid to me, because when I'm 60, you're gonna be 40, and so you'll still be.
Yeah.
But I look up to you right now, man. I really do, because
Thank you, bro. It means a lot. It
Well,
means a lot, for
how
real.
much hard work you put in, how much you just didn't stop. So what's are there other people like who's been at the other than Doc, who's been at the place the longest? Like you've been there like 2 years now, right?
Yeah, I've been there 2 years now. Dang. Well, Rajni's been there for 20 plus years. China's been there for 20 plus. Everybody that really like that works with animals has been there for more than 20 years. It's crazy. And then like, Cody, who is Doc's son, he's like the real life Tarzan. Like he was sleeping with tigers and lions when he was a baby. Like he was walking adult cats at the age of 9. So like, he's like a real life Tarzan. So he's been doing this his whole life. So he pretty much has 31 years, because his birthday was the other day. 31 years of experience with these big cats and chimpanzees and different types of primates and stuff. It's really cool. Really, really cool.
Man, I need to come out and see this place in person.
You do, man. You do, man. It's literally, that's why I tell people, like, it's a once in a lifetime experience, especially like what you're paying for. Like, it's literally a once in a lifetime opportunity, and just being with those animals, being able to hug them and hold them. Cause it's different watching something on TV and then, or going to a zoo and seeing it in a cage. But once you come to our place and you see that animal, all the animals are in a cage. So you get to see the animal right there in front of you. You get to see Bubbles. You get to hug her trunk. It's magical. It's literally magical. The preserve is beautiful. The preserve is so beautiful.
So I love that you guys live there and stay there with it, like that. It's not work. It's life.
It's life. Literally, that's why it's not work at all. It's a lifestyle. You got to come into it thinking it like it's a lifestyle. This is what you're going to be doing every day. Because I mean, just because you're sick, the animal still needs to be fed, still needs to be cleaned. Like you still got to get up and do that stuff. So it's, at the end of the day, it's all for the animal. You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't be greedy and think, oh, me. It's all about the animal at the end of the day. And that's why I pretty much really chose to come here, because I saw how passionate these people were and like devoted like their life to it, longer than I've been alive. And it's just crazy being a part of that, being a part of this family culture.
It's killer, man. Do you so do you have a standard day? Like, is there a typical day for you, or is every day?
Well, yeah, every day I do the meat. So we go through 1,000 pounds of meat every day, from chicken to pork to beef. Yeah, I do that. I do all the meat stuff. Clean all the cage. We clean the cages and stuff, but everything, for the most part, everything like kind of split up. But I do the meats. My main job is to do the meat in the morning.
Yeah, well, I imagine you're not getting the big job if you're working against people who've been there for a couple of decades. You got a long way to get to the top of the heap. But how do you? Oh, man, that's so. How big is that place?
55 acres, I believe. 55 acres.
Wow, man.
It's huge. I still be getting lost sometimes. I'm like, holy crap. It's huge.
So how many different options are there, like, for as far as a tour? Like what are the ranges of what people can do when they're there?
So we have pretty much we have the day and night safari. Those are pretty much the tours that you can do. The day safari is like 3.5 hours. The night safari is about 3. But we do the day safari 3 times a week. And then night safaris are usually either Thursdays or Saturday nights. They're both 2 completely different experiences, so I can't really compare them. And I don't really want to spoil it for people out there like that haven't taken the tour. But people that have taken the tour, they know like they're both equally cool and just both different at the same time. But both of them are all hands-on. But like if it's your first time coming, I always recommend the day safari for the first time, for sure.
Man, I'm trying to figure out where I'm going next. I just got back from New England yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw you with Kevin, right?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was a blast.
That's awesome.
We had way too much fun, honestly. Uh-huh. Kevin's such a nut. And he was one of the guys like I wanted to. When I first got back, I had read, his book was one of the first books I read, and then met the guys I work with now, Freedom Breeder, because of his book.
That's awesome.
How that all linked up, and then so going there, and then I played guitar for a long time, and he's a big guitar guy, and so like when we're sitting in his bedroom jamming, I was just like, wow, I'm here in Kevin's bedroom. We're freaking playing electric guitar.
Man, it'd be like that. Like when I be like now, like when I'm looking like how I've looked up to people and stuff, and then like seeing their like animals on YouTube, and then actually like going to that place and seeing their animals, you're like, whoa, this is so different. Like I'm really with this person looking at their animals that I used to watch from the screen. It's just like it's super cool to me. Super cool.
Let me see. I got a couple of the pictures here. I wanted to show. You have to forgive me. I really don't know when there's like, it's either a panther or a jaguar.
Jaguar. Anka. Yeah, her name is Anka.
Gotcha.
Anka. She's one of my favorites.
So I mean, how old is that cat?
She is 2 years old now.
Oh, so
at that time she was about a year and a half.
Wow. You got a question in chat. Do you know Reggie?
Reggie, I'm horrible with names.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm horrible with names.
I think he may have worked there before or worked with the Tiger King. I know that he was doing something with one of those places. Maybe he worked there before you got there or something.
Yeah, Reggie. I don't know.
Anyway,
I'm horrible with names.
No, the question just came up in the chat. I just wondered if you knew it. So obviously not. If you knew him, you'd probably be able to
I would
recall.
remember. I don't know too many Reggies, so if I knew it, I would for sure.
How long did it take to get on that level with that cat? Like, did you grow up with? So she's 2 years old. So was she?
Like when I first came like down here and stuff, like me and Dak had already talked like what he wanted to see in me and what he believed I could do and stuff. So like he wanted me to be like a real life Tarzan and a real life Mowgli and like be with these animals. So like for me, it was different because right off the bat, I was already pretty much with these animals. Like I was already getting thrown in and like just being able to like, of course it was still like a process, but I was still being able to like go in with like the baby, like the cubs and stuff. And like the kind of older, like 8 to 10 month old cubs and walk them and stuff. So it was just like steps, like right off the bat, I was pretty much being with the animals.
Gotcha.
Which was really humbling, which is really, really, really humbling for me.
I bet.
Getting that opportunity.
I mean, the power behind an animal like that is just intense.
It's crazy how strong they are.
I see.
And that's another reason why I work out so hard too, because not only do I prepare myself for life, because I love working out hard because I feel like it prepares me for the day that's going to come, because not every day is going to be an easy day. So I work out hard for life, because if my mind is already set, like, okay, what if this happens or this happens, I'm not going to let it affect me. And then another reason why I work out so hard is because the animals, they're going to keep growing. A tiger grows half a pound of a pound every day for his first year. So by the end of the year, it's over 300 pounds. So me being able to walk them and stuff, I got to be strong, and that way I'm able to control the animal in the circumstance.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
it's crazy how quick they grow.
I mean, an animal like that, if they wanted to, they'd control you real quick, right?
Yes, without a doubt.
I mean, I see somebody, and then this tiger right here, swimming with a tiger. How many tigers at the place?
We have over 67.
Wow.
Yep. Big adult cats. Yes.
So this one I pulled from, it was a fairly recent post of yours. You're kind of like, it's like profile, and the cat's got its one arm up on his shoulder. Maybe
that's I already know who you're talking about. That's Mahadeva. He's a golden tabby Bengal tiger.
Dude, it's so.
Yeah, that's Mahadeva.
Intense, man. I think you got a family member in the chat. I'm assuming with the last name.
I know. Yep, I sent the link to a couple of my family members, so they're probably in here right now.
Oh yeah, there's a couple. You got your you got Stacy Willis and then Cliffy Jernigan.
Hey mom and hey auntie.
Or maybe it's Kendall. Sorry, it's Kendall under
Kendall. Yeah. Oh, Kendall, that's my little cousin.
Gotcha.
Hi Kendall.
Awesome, dude.
I remember when she came over, I had my retic. And she was kind of afraid of snakes. So I was like, let me just put it on you. And so when I put it on her, she ended up falling in love. And next thing I know, she was holding my ball python and my Burmese python all in one. It was really cool. I still remember that, Kendall. Don't forget that.
Nice. Oh, she was saying she didn't tell you that you couldn't have reptiles. You had some stuff there that you shouldn't have. And
Oh, you want to talk about that?
she said you know what she's talking about.
Uh, if you do, you want to know the story about that?
I mean, you can talk about whatever you want here, man. We don't have we're not censored.
So, I told you I looked up to Steve Irwin, right?
Yes.
So, Steve Irwin had, venomous snakes.
Mm-hmm.
He was out there, getting his hands dirty and stuff. So, quote unquote, I found a Southern Pacific rattlesnake, right? And it was a baby, a wild baby. And I had a whole snake rack. And when I brought it home, I put it in the snake rack because I figured my mom wouldn't come in my room and see the snakes. My mom wasn't a big fan of snakes. So I figured that she wouldn't see it and she wouldn't hear it like rattle because she never came in my room and stuff. So I've had it for like 6 months now, right? Nothing happening. And I'm at work and I get a text message from mom. And it's a picture of the snake. She says, "What is this snake doing in here?" I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe she doesn't know what it is. She was like, "Boy, do you think I'm stupid? This is a rattlesnake." I was like, oh, crap. So pretty much that's how I got caught with my first venomous snake. It was pretty funny. I think it was pretty funny. My mom didn't think it was too fun. I don't recommend anybody else doing that.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, in your defense, I mean, you were a kid,
it was exciting. Like, I love venomous snakes. Like, that's really like, I love venomous snakes.
I think we've all done some stupid stuff when we were kids. Like,
it's stupid. I look back at it, I was like, that was kind of stupid.
I did something kind of like that a little after when I was smart enough to know better. When I first moved back and from Hawaii and I hadn't seen reptiles for a long time, I found a rattlesnake out in the by a house I was working on with a buddy, and I brought it back. I didn't put it in a drawer somewhere where nobody knew about it. Everybody knew it was there, so they wouldn't accidentally,
yeah, like open it or anything.
But I just wanted to see it. I'd never seen one eat, so
oh my goodness, I love the way they eat.
Yeah, so
it's super cool.
I kept it there just long enough to, I had a little enclosure. I kept it. It was in the state of Arizona, and got a mouse from the from Petco, feeder mouse.
Yeah.
Put it in there to watch it do its thing, and then just bam, got it. And then it was insane how quickly that venom works. It's
crazy. That's what really fascinates me the most about venomous snakes, just how quick something can kill you.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It was intense.
Super crazy.
Yeah, just sitting there watching me like, whoa, that was intense, and it just like went down, and it ate, and I let it digest for a couple of days, and went and took it back to where I found it and let it go. But I'll never forget the way the thing looked at me, like it was leaving and slithering away from me, but it never stopped looking at me. Like even though it was doing a full 90 like away from me, its head was like looking back.
It was
like,
looking dead at you.
Like, what does this guy do? This guy just fed me and let me go. Is that what's happening? So this has got to be a trick. And he's like slithering away.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
And I was older to know better at that point, I think. But
that's crazy.
What do you see? What are your goals? I mean, I hate to ask you what your goals are, in part because you've achieved so much in the past few years, dude. So what do you do you have goals?
Of course, I always have goals. I'm always looking steps ahead. I can't really talk about some of the stuff, but I do got some like major stuff that I have planned out for the future. But like for sure, it's always going to be animals. Always going to be animals.
I guess I can't ask. I mean, how is it there? Are you able to? I mean, I don't know what the rules are at the place. Are there like specific rules? Like, if you get let in, are you supposed to stay for a certain amount of time? Like, what's the dynamic of?
So pretty much, yeah. There's a 2-year apprenticeship program that we do. So pretty much, it's kind of like going to the military. You can't go home. You can't go home for birthdays or anything. So you're literally just living at the preserve, being with the animals every day because that's something that you want to do. So that's like what I tell people, like when they say, "Oh, I want to," I'm like, "Is this something you actually want to do though?" Because not a lot of people can do what I do with like the early mornings and stuff. Like it's not It's not like you're just there from 9 to 3. Like you're there for the animals. You're making sure they're taken care of. You need to be there for their needs. So it's a lot of hard work, but it's at the end of the day, you know what you're doing it for. So it's always humbling, and like, I like it a lot. I love it.
I mean, you must have, because obviously if you didn't, you would just take off, right? Then be like, this
Yeah.
ain't working out,
Yeah,
I'm out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't blame you if you're somebody who loves animals like that, and the experiences I see, I mean, the videos I see you putting up of,
it's crazy. Even when I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, I really, like, I still can't believe it. Like, when I go outside and like the Bubbles, the elephant is right there, I'm like, yo, like, that's an African elephant. Like, that's right there in front of me. That's a lion right there in front of me. That's a 600-pound tiger right in front of me. And the cool thing I like too, like with us, like we walk our cats every day too. We walk our adult cats. We walk every day. When we're watching Netflix, we tie them out. They watch TV with us. It's super, and that's why that's why you see the content that we're able to do, because we work with those animals every day. Yeah, and they see us as one of them. They don't see us as like something scary or something that, oh, I have to kill that. No, they just see us as one of them, and they respect us, and we respect them.
That makes sense. I mean, that's how you would want it to be, I suppose. I mean, some of the stuff, like when you're playing with the tigers, I'm like, damn, that thing could just like make
it can.
Your toast.
It can. Even with the chimpanzee, it can. Ooh, but they just see you as that person. They just see you as that person just to be cool with. They don't see you as a threat.
Well, maybe you can answer this one. Something I've heard about chimpanzees, after they get past a certain age, like they get into that teenage age, and they can become very difficult to work with.
Yeah, around 7, 8 years old. Yeah. And the kids we have now are 9 and 8, and I'm still interacting with them. So it's just super family oriented. So they get the whole program. They come in every night. It's nothing's ever new to them. Like, they know what they're doing. They know they come in every night, eat dinner. They sleep with us too.
That is next level. I mean, that's nothing like
it's a whole lot of dedication.
Yeah, like you're saying, that's nothing like a zoo.
It's nothing like a zoo.
And if they're coming in every day with you to eat dinner, like I said, I think it's probably the chimps are the most important ones for that. I would imagine to feel that way, so they don't have that teenage moment and freak out. It's like
And then the cool thing also, like when you come on the tour and stuff, you get to meet them. You get to meet them and play some games with them and stuff. It's really cool. You get to meet our little baby chimpanzees too, Tara and Angada. You get to hold them and stuff. It's really, really, really cool.
That's freaking sweet, man. You got a super chat question, and the serious question is: are you afraid? From Alyssa Griffin Davis, are you afraid of anything? Serious question.
No.
So not
I don't fear it. I don't. Because, I mean, I don't fear it. Like, I don't go into it being scared of them. I just see them as my brothers and sisters. Like, when I make my posts, I say, like, my sister Anka, my brother Mahadeva, because that's how I really genuinely feel. I feel like they're like my little brothers. And then they seeing them grow up to be this big character. It's like, dang, I remember when you were this small, and then next thing you know, you're 600 pounds, and just being able to be with them, it's like, dang, like, it's like your brother growing up. Of course, I don't think your brother's gonna grow up to be 600 pounds, but But yeah, I don't fear them, because literally I view them as family. Each one of them is a family to me.
Are you afraid of anything beyond animals? I don't know. I'm just want to make sure I ask your question.
Yeah, I'm scared of ghosts. Ghosts for sure. I've watched too many scary movies. I've seen too much Paranormal Activity. I don't do ghosts. I'll be honest. I'm terrified of ghosts.
You're in a similar boat as me then, because the only things I'm really afraid of are like just not to be like fear itself, like that, just things that are not rational, like irrational fears, like things like I don't know what's out there type of thing. Like you said, after watching a scary movie, I have to walk a long way to my driveway to like take the trash can down and bring it back up. And if I forget to do it during the day, I'll be walking down there at night, just I can't see anything. I'm like, there's.
And then you be thinking something's behind you too.
That.
I'll be like, yo, something's behind me. Yo, something is behind me.
I have to force myself to not run back up every time I walk back up at night I always regret it too, because I know I have to take the trash can down. I like half the time I forget, and like I'm coming back up and I'm just like, just walk, Brian, just walk. There's no need to run.
It's okay, nothing. There's no need, and then next thing you know, you're running.
No, because if I run, it's gonna get me. So I force myself to walk. I never break into a run. I've never once broke into a run because I knew that was it. If I actually start running,
it's gonna get me.
Oh yeah, that's it for me
funny.
too, man. I did actually see a real ghost one time though, out in Butte, Montana, old mining town. It was the biggest city west of the Mississippi, back in the mining days, like back before, like 1800s or something. And this place we were playing called the Silver Dollar Saloon. Some random gig the band booked last minute. The manager got this thing, and we just went there, and it was. I'm gonna stop telling the story. I told it once before, but it's just it freaks me out a little bit still. No, I'll finish it. Just I'm gonna freak you out.
Oh, so let's go. I'm all for it.
All right, so this town, we roll into this town, and it's like just. There were more dogs on the streets than people, and it still looks kind of like a city because it was a big city, and there was like this huge anti-meth billboard, like up on one of those big billboards, but it was just like an anti-meth campaign. And so the place just had this weird vibe already as rolling into town. And when I went, I was the first one out of the van to go talk to the manager because I'm always the first person out of the van. The rest of the band's in there smoking and just being like, irresponsible. Basically, I'm out there making sure we're going to, the guy knows how much we're getting paid, like where we're going to stay. And
so you're the dude that's doing the project while everybody else is just lollygagging.
Right.
Pretty much.
In the van.
You get the A+, but everybody else gets the A+ because you were the one being responsible.
Right. Except we're past school, so I don't even get the grade. Everybody's like, oh, Brian will do it. But so I'm out there. They're sitting in the van. I go find out where we're staying from the guy, and he's got a little creepy vibe. And he's like, you guys will stay upstairs. So the place is called Silver Dollar Saloon. It couldn't have been. It sounds like I'm making it up. But I went up the stairs to where we're going to be staying above the saloon. And as I'm walking up the stairs off to my right, out of like peripheral vision, I see a dude standing there in a red flannel. I actually bought a red flannel, looks just like it, and keep it all the time. Because once I saw it, I was like, that's the flannel like I was wearing. I need that flannel. I don't know why I did that to myself. But I saw it, and I look, and it's not there. But I specifically remember the dude in the exact flannel. And you could have thought I was crazy at that point, but we had this dog named Turbo. He's our band dog, and this dog would go do this. We named him Turbo because he was just like insane. His name was Dogga originally, and we changed it to Turbo because it fit him better because he was just like go go go. You throw something, he'll fetch it. He would like try to find stuff, little piece of lint in your pocket, take it out and throw it at you to play fetch. So if you threw something for him, he would go after it. This dog would not go up those stairs. Like he just wouldn't. I had to carry him up the stairs, like shivering and like whimpering up those stairs of that room. And that's when I knew. Like when Turbo wouldn't go up the stairs, I was like, I didn't just
you're like something.
That wasn't a trick of light. Like I saw that.
Yeah, no, you saw that.
Yeah. And the whole band, there was like 7 rooms up there or something, and this is a band that's always fighting. Like I get the biggest room, the first person up there, and the entire band slept in the same room.
Yeah, I would have done the same thing. Like, there's no reason why we should all split up and sleep. We sleep. We die together. We die together. I don't care. I'm not going by myself.
You see any ghosts around the preserve ever?
No, no, don't say no. I don't want knock on wood. No, I haven't. I haven't seen no ghost, period. That's how I want to keep it. That's how I want to keep it.
Well, for your safety, I've only seen the one, and it was in the place that like you kind of had to see one there. I feel like afterwards, like the way that place is and how many people probably died in those buildings. But let's just change the subject. How's that place lit up? Like at night, is it like lit up? Like you can go out and do the same stuff? Yeah.
It's beautiful. So, yeah, we do a lot, like, especially when we're doing like content and stuff. We take that, like, we do like nighttime swims, and we'll go like, cause Bubbles has like a big intercoastal waterway, and like we'll go out there and swim with her. It's really cool. The pictures that come out like at night is remarkable, especially like being with the tigers and stuff at night because they act totally different from during the day. Really cool.
Did you say intercoastal waterway?
Well, yeah, it's intercoastal waterway.
What does that mean?
It's a huge, literally, waterway system that leads out to the ocean, and Bubbles goes out there. That's where we take Bubbles out to do all the swims and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So like boats come by, jet skis, and they're like, whoa, it's an elephant.
Wow, that's amazing, man.
Yeah, so like everybody be seeing her and stuff when they're going on like the big boats and stuff. And we're just out there swimming with her.
I love that your family's here,
it.
man. I love that your family's here in the chat. This is fantastic.
Awesome, yeah. I know they wanted to tune in and stuff, so I sent it.
I'm assuming James is your father.
I have. It depends on which name, because my dad's name is James and my little brother's name is James also. So it could be my little brother. I'm not too sure.
Good work, son. Gave it away.
Okay, yep. Hey, Dad.
He said the work you put in is what you get out. Keep being the greatest version of yourself. I just love that your family is support, even though they didn't want you to have reptiles in the house.
My mom. It was hard for my mom for me to leave because it's your mom, like, so it was very hard for me to leave her, but like she knew this is what I wanted to do. My dad was always supportive. My mom was always supportive. My little brother was always supportive. I always had a great support system for what I wanted to do. They just wanted to know that I actually had a plan. And when they decided to let me go and stuff, it was hard on them. Of course, it was hard on me because, I was always with my family. I never been out here in the South and stuff like that. Like I visited Atlanta and stuff to go into my cousin's graduation, but I'd actually never lived in the South. But last year, well, technically I went 2 years ago pretty much now, but 2 years ago, my mom came in, visited me to come to the safari for the day and night. Doc had her come out. She got to stay at the guest house and stuff. And it was a good seeing my mom again, but it was like, she had a blast because my mom loves chimpanzees. So she got to hold baby Angada and stuff. And it was just super heartwarming to see her smile and stuff. And then she almost, I think she did cry when she got to meet Bubbles the elephant, but it was like, she had a super fun time. And that's what I always wanted, like, her to have, just be happy and get to see the animals, get to see what I'm doing as a job and me being able to, like, bring the tiger out and stuff like that for her to see. It's really cool being able to do.
Fantastic, man. That's freaking sweet. My buddy Elliot, he always has a good question. I just saw it. Where did it go? He's in the chat. Oh, how much is a tour, and can you do both the same day?
So I believe tours right now are starting at $339 per person right now. And the day and night tour, you can do both, but the night tour is only once a week. So just say it's on Saturday, then you can do the day and night safari the same day.
Gotcha.
But for the most part, 3 days a week, we do the day safaris, though. I believe we're doing it Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays.
Gotcha.
And once a week is that night safari.
Guys that are in the chat, I'm gonna open it up right now. If you guys have questions for Jalen specifically, start throwing them out there, and we'll get them out there before we go to our little Zoom after party call.
Let's do it. Ask the questions.
Hey, what is your diet like? This is a question just for me personally because I'm really working. Like I've got goals this year to be in. I'm turning 40 this year, and I want to turn 40 in the best shape I've ever been in my entire life. Like just six pack and like running a triathlon. That's my goal.
I've seen you plenty of times getting after. I remember you before, like your vlogs and stuff, you would be running and stuff, dripping sweat, and you would be recording. Like, I remember all that.
Yeah, and then I go eat a half-gallon ice cream, right?
That's the thing is, I allow myself to have one cheat day per week.
Okay.
I usually do it on Saturdays to where I just don't care what I eat that day. But for the most part, I'm literally grinding. Like tomorrow, I'm waking up at 5 a.m. Finna go get it in at the gym. I literally just got because since I just got to Miami, we have like a gym here kind of, but I didn't have like the weights that I would normally use at the gym that if I was in Myrtle Beach. So today I just signed up for a gym and I got it in today, but tomorrow I'm finna wake up at 5 and go to the gym again. Probably do. I'm doing 2 a days. I'm doing 2 a days right now.
So what is that? 2 days, two different sessions in the gym?
2 sessions.
That's great, man. Well, your family's got to
be... always drinking. Like, I don't drink soda. I stopped drinking soda. That's out of my diet. I barely sometimes drink juice, like Gatorades and stuff. Like, usually I do that on Saturday. Like, I'll drink a juice, but I don't drink soda. But for the most part, I'm drinking about a gallon and a half of water every day. Drink a gallon and a half of water every day. I make sure, because that's pretty much like the most important part, water. I know it's hard for a lot of people, but it's like once you actually like just see the results and stuff from just drinking water, it's like, it's ridiculous. Like I was like, dang, this is crazy. And like what I tell people too, it's 80% diet. 80% of it is what you eat, and then 20% is actually the working out part. So like you can work out as hard as you want, but then if you go home and eat a cheeseburger, supersized fries, a large milkshake, it was like, what's the point of that hard work?
Right. Totally.
Like, what's the point of that hard work that you just put in?
Yeah, that's always been the harder part for me is keeping that under wrap, because I can go for it. I can go and run. I can work out hard, but not eating. I've actually started getting better at this year. My wife has done this thing with this company doing these cleanses, and I'm about to do the third one I've done since November. I'm gonna start tomorrow, and this one, and it's just gotten me so much better at not eating crazy things. I'm still following back in a little bit, but like it's
of course, it's always baby steps. It's always there's levels to it. That's why always there's levels to it. You're not gonna be able to look like what I did in a week. You're not gonna be able to do it in 2 months. You just gotta stick with it. Be consistent. That's it. Right. That's why I tell people, be consistent with it. That's all. That's the number one thing: consistency and believing in yourself. I promise, once you see the results, you're not gonna want to go back. And that's what pushes me so hard, because I remember when people used to call me the fat Tarzan. Like that was the number one. I first got posted on WorldStar, and like people were calling me like a fake Tarzan and stuff like that. Like that's the first thing, like, oh, look at he's the fat Tarzan. And then ever since that day, I was like, okay, I'm gonna show you. I was like, you gonna call me? Okay.
I remember seeing some of that. I remember seeing him stick up for you too. I think that was awesome.
Yeah. Mike, he did stick up for me during that time. Yeah, he did.
I liked him for that. So D's Balls and Exotics wants to know, what's your favorite snake species?
Oh, we talking about venomous or non-venomous?
I do both.
My favorite venomous snake, Gaboon Viper. It's hard. It's either Gaboon Viper or Black-headed Bushmaster. And then for non-venomous, I love reticulated pythons. Super smart snakes. I think they're misunderstood too a lot. I love how smart they are. You can just see it in their eyes how super smart they are. And then like my favorite monitor, crocodile monitor. I can go on and on about a freaking crocodile. Oh my God, I love crocodile monitors. I love crocodile monitors.
Dude, people have been changing my mind about the intelligence of retics recently. Just that when I see one like grab onto the side of a tub in a feeding response, grab onto like something random, like, I'm gonna eat this. And I was like, well, man, you got a point right now. Damn it. Because I always thought the same thing. I was like, they're so smart. And then you see them just like...
It's like they are, but they aren't at the same time.
The feeding
when
response.
It comes to feeding.
Yeah,
when it comes to feeding, they're not smart.
They're like, I'm hungry. I don't care what it is.
I'm eating it. I don't care what it is. But no, yeah, for sure. My favorite venomous snake, Gaboon Viper, non-venomous reticulated python. For sure. I just like how many color morphs they come in, the different paint jobs.
They are fun. They're fun to play with. Man.
They are.
I do have a lot of fun with them. Do you guys have reptiles at the zoo? Or at the
we
preserve?
have a couple alligators, and then we have this one girl. She's pretty new. She has a reticulated python too.
Okay.
But for the most part, it's just mammals.
Gotcha.
Just the big cats and stuff.
All right. I feel like this question's for me, but maybe you could answer it too. Living in the SIP is asking, how does whiskey fit into a diet? I know you just turned 21.
I don't think it does. Yeah. I haven't. For me personally, I'm not a drinker. I'm not. So like for me, it's just never like, I never was like that kid in like high school, like to just go out, like try to sneak out drink or anything. Like it was just never me. It just didn't fit me.
It probably wouldn't fit in very well with your lifestyle over there either.
Especially the lifestyle I'm doing now, like it wouldn't work out.
Yeah, not
especially
just...
like the goals. Yeah, especially like the goals I have for me and like just being disciplined. I'm very, very disciplined when it comes to like my diet and stuff. So
that's good.
I try to make sure it's but I mean, it does get boring sometimes, like kind of eating the same things, but I know it's for a bigger purpose. So it's all good.
One of your cousins, Danielle Lloyd, is wondering if there are any baby elephants at the preserve.
No, there's not. it's hard to find any baby elephants right now because they're being poached like crazy. Like it's to the point where elephants are being born without their tusks, and rhinos are even being born without their horns.
Wait, what?
Because of it's crazy because we're taking their horns from them so many times. So when they're breeding, they're being born without their stuff. It's crazy to think about that.
Wow. You mean just like it's genetically
yes. Yeah.
Wow, that's intense.
It's sad.
Yeah, it's very sad.
It's sad.
Wow, I had not even heard that.
Yeah.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. It's crazy what's happening. It's crazy what's happening out there in the wild.
Wow. Why haven't I heard about that?
Look it up. Look it up. It's crazy.
Generic Reptiles has a question. I'm guessing.
Oh, that's my girlfriend's family.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my girlfriend's family. They have an insane collection too. They have like over 150 snakes, venomous, ball pythons, all that. You got to check them out. Check out I'll send you it. They got a nice page.
Okay.
They have some they have a dope collection.
Yeah, they tagged me in a post today, so I'll
Yeah, you definitely check out. They have an insane collection, especially like their venomous stuff. It's very impressive. Very impressive.
So they had a question for you, and it was it makes sense now. The question is, are you married? I'm not here to put you on the spot or anything. I would never do that to you, bro. But by the way, your girl there, I got a picture now. You and her sitting there with a chimpanzee. She's
got it.
She's beautiful, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. She is, dude.
Yeah, she is. What's even better about her? I love her personality. She really got to know me for me. She just didn't get to like know Mowgli. She got to know Jalen, like not the animal side, but like actually like just me growing up and stuff. She got to know all about me, and it was just dope because I never had like a girl actually get to know me for me. Like they always, every girl that I at least like met or tried to get at me wanted, can we do something with? It was always, can we do something with animals? It was always, I want to see, can you get me in for free and stuff like that. But with her, it was totally different. Like she just really got to know me. She really got to know me.
That's fantastic, man. Well,
you're
young. I'm not going to give you advice. I'm not going to give you too much advice. Not too much advice. You are young. You're a young man. However, all I'm going to say is that when you know, and you just do. You just do. That's
exactly how. Yeah,
It doesn't hurt when somebody likes you.
You can't explain it. You just know. It's like I just know.
It doesn't hurt if the person likes you for who you are.
Exactly. It never hurts. Because then you know that it's real. Like they're not trying to use you for what you have or what you can do.
Yeah. If you can be yourself around somebody and they still like you, that's a special part, at least for me.
Yeah.
That's a special person.
Exactly. Especially with somebody you want to bring home to your mom.
Yeah. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna pressure you anymore. Put you on nobody wants to be pressured into stuff like that.
You good, man. You good.
If I've not met this person, but I'm assuming I will get to if I come out and visit the preserve, which it's now kind of on my list of things to do in 2021. I want to come out and do a tour and all that.
Man, you'll love it. Bring the kids, man. Bring them. They'll love it.
Oh, I bet
they'll love it.
The kids would freaking freak out, man. These kids love animals so much, dude.
It's literally, I promise you, it's a once in a lifetime experience.
So it's good for kids.
Great for kids. Great.
Dang, I'm gonna after we're done here tonight, I'm gonna show them some videos and stuff because I always go on these things. I always go on these things by myself. Like it's usually just me and the fam stays home, but I'd love for them to come along for one. If this is something,
yeah, man.
If you're saying this would be good for them.
It'll be good, man. Good for the whole family. Sweet. It's definitely worth it. Definitely. Cool. What were you about to ask me though?
Oh no, I was just gonna say, no, that was it. Like if it's good for kids, like I would love for the whole family to come on trip because I feel bad that I'm always the one going on them and then they're just kind of hanging out here at home while I, go to Nerd or go to Reptile Show or go, to Brian's place and do that stuff. But,
You say I was gonna be pressured or something. You know, you're talking about something before that. Yeah.
Oh no, like I know. I'm not pressured. Yeah, no, just.
Oh,
okay. I didn't know. I mean,
I thought you had like another question or something. I was like, ask you. I don't know.
Your girl. I mean, if she, like I said, I'm assuming I'll get to meet her. When I do make it out there, I'm coming. I just need to figure out how to make the whole family come, or not make them, but get the whole family to come. And I was looking at her. I was looking at a thing. There's, you know, she calls herself Mowgli's girl, and there's a little, you know, the emoji thing with this and
the little twisty
and a ring and stuff. You guys do you. I love. When I see people love you, it's that's what the world needs, man. As much love as possible.
Just I'm happy. Like I'm happy. I'm genuinely
good.
happy. I just like to show it.
you just do what you feel. But man, I think I'm super happy for you, man.
Thank you, brother.
I'm glad you found the time to be able to come on. I
love it. It was fun. This is my first actually live like YouTube thing, so it was new for me.
Yeah. Well,
new
great.
For me, so.
Great. I'm glad I could have you on, man, because like I said, dude. Yeah,
one day we'll be able to do it in person.
Yes. In person.
One day we'll be doing it in person. Heck yeah, man.
It's a goal of mine now. I'm not gonna make a promise because I don't make promises. I know I'm not able to keep 100%, but I'm now gonna start looking into coming out to the preserve before 2021 is over, because
let's do it, man.
It'd be great to see you in person again, man. It's been
heck yeah, man.
Been a few years,
it's been a few years.
And I can't say again, like I can't say enough how proud I am of you, man, for going from the person I met to the person you've become. Like it's such an inspiration to see where you've come to, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Dude. It means a lot.
Well, hey, I'll see you in the after party in just a minute, okay?
Yes, sir, brother.
Oh, sorry. Before you get, is there any shout out anything you want to say to anybody before I kick you off here?
Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the love and support, and I really appreciate it. And I have a lot more for you guys as far as content and stuff. I appreciate you guys, and I love you guys. Thank you.
All right, my friend. I always forget to turn that thing off, man. One of these days I'll remember to turn that freaking thing off, but I never do. You guys, thank you for tuning into the stream tonight. Freaking, I mean, if you could feel the kid's energy like I felt it, I mean, he's such a freaking cool guy, man. And I'm so proud of him again of where he's gotten to. And I just think that the world needs more people like Jalen, man, and that follow their dreams and stick to their guns and work hard at what they want and become genuinely happy. I mean, I'm so happy for the kid, and I wish Jalen, watching this afterwards, I wish you all the best, man. Continued success in all the journeys you've been doing so far. And man, I'm inspired. It's not often somebody younger than me inspires me so strongly. It's great. It's fantastic. You guys, thank you for watching. Have yourselves a good night. So I know I take liberties with my content. That's kind of what I do. And Jalen hadn't actually specified a type of music. And I was playing this song this morning for my daughter because she wanted me to play a song for her to dance to. And I was thinking about Jalen and his girl. And all right. This one's for you guys. Just a little piece of the song. I'm not going to do the whole thing. If I could be king, even for a day, I'd take you as my queen. I'd have it no other way. And our love will rule in this kingdom we have made. Till then I'll be a fool's wishing for the day that I could change the world. I will be the sunlight in your universe. You would think my love was really something good, baby. That's for all you lovers out there. Keep loving. Keep loving. Next week, we got Robert Fisher from, well, I'll have you look it up. Robert Fisher.